I mean, before we even start the show, I know you guys can see the beanie that I'm wearing right now. I actually still can't believe the New England Patriots are going to the Super Bowl, their 12th Super Bowl appearance in team history. I'm not a podcaster today. I'm a fan. We're going to get all into it, but before we officially start the show, make sure to follow us on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts. Seahawks winning this past weekend against the Rams. A heck of a battle there between the NFC West and the Seahawks and the Rams. Just what a game. If I'm not on my game today, it's probably because I'm still gloating about beating the Broncos in the AFC Championship, where we've never won a playoff game. We didn't even do it with Tom Brady. And then we did it with Drake Maye, sealing the deal on 3rd and 6 in the fourth quarter. Yeah, so much to get into on the show today. I got a little fun thing for you guys at the end of the show. You guys are gonna like that or not like it. It's gonna be good. Mike McCarthy being hired by the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike McDaniel taking the offensive coordinator job for the Los Angeles Chargers. I can't believe the NFL season is basically coming to an end with the Super Bowl. Like, we're already here. What a heck of a playoffs it was. But yeah, the first thing we'll talk about is the last time the Patriots went to the Super Bowl was the 2018 season, and capping it off in Atlanta in 2019 with a 13-3 game, the Stephon Gilmore interception, the Tom Brady Gronkowski basically one of their last hurrahs, last Super Bowl in Patriots history. And if you were going to tell me right now, or say, hey, did you think the Patriots were going to go back to the Super Bowl like ever again in your lifetime? I probably would have said no. I probably would have said no. But then they drafted Drake Maye, and I thought to myself, maybe there's a chance. He's the 3rd overall pick. You know, who knows? He's looks like he's going to be the guy, but you never know, right? Brady's gone, Belichick's gone, and then Mike Vrabel gets hired this past season. You fired Gerard Mayo last year. You basically revamped the whole roster. You still have pieces on that team, and you find yourself back in the Super Bowl in a year that nobody thought this was going to happen. In a year where the Patriots went 14-3, 4-13 last season, fired their head coach in Gerard Mayo, and the whole schedule narrative this entire season I've been hearing about it, and now they're in the Super Bowl. Like, do people understand that? Oh, they played Justin Herbert with a banged up offensive line. Oh, they played the Texans with CJ Stroud and how banged up they were, and CJ Stroud was terrible. And then they played the Broncos minus Bo Nix, and if the Broncos would have had Bo Nix, they would have won that game. It's like, no, they wouldn't have. I will get into more of that, but we'll officially get into the Sunday game, the 10-7 game. Well, I'll tell you this right now. When I was watching that game in the first quarter, I was so nervous because I was like, oh my God, here we go again. It's a backup quarterback that we're going up against. We played Nick Foles in the Super Bowl in Minnesota with the Eagles, and Jarrett Stidham goes down the field. He throws the bomb to Marvin Mims, and he throws the touchdown to Cortland Sutton. I'm like, here we go. We're down 7-0. We're on the road. We can't win in Denver. I walked to the bathroom, and I was like, if this is it, we've had a heck of a ride this season. And then the game started going on, and then we couldn't really do anything on offense in the first half. And then, of course, you had the second half, which was like, I don't even know how you can even judge that game. But Drake Maye had that run on 3rd and 6 in the snow when it mattered the most. And he said after the game, he said, that wasn't even the play. I basically took it myself. I didn't even tell the offensive line. Now, there was one play that I did want to talk about, because we like to talk about controversial plays and break it all down as best as we can. That Jarrett Stidham play where he was going backwards was a backward pass 100%. You go back and watch that countless times. He's dropping back in the pocket. He's flushed. The Patriots were blitzing him. Heck of a pass rush on the defensive line there. He's going backwards. The ball literally landed backwards. And I don't know how the refs didn't call that, how they didn't call that a touchdown. I'm still mind blown that they called that a dead ball and it was a blown whistle there. Yeah, the Patriots ended up scoring on the next, when they got the ball there basically in the red zone. And that was their only touchdown, which was run in by Drake Maye. But yeah, that was 100% a backward pass by Jarrett Stidham. The ball was on the 15 and it landed on the 13. I'm still mind blown that the refs blew that play dead. But yes, that was 100% a backward pass. The Patriots didn't have the refs on their side. The Broncos didn't get robbed. That was 100% a backward pass. Moving on to the next thing here from that game with Sean Payton. Well, it was 4th and 1, and Jarrett Stidham rolls out to the right. Milton Williams flushes him, puts pressure on him, and there was an incomplete, and it looked like an interception by Craig Woodson. It wasn't, but yes, that was 100% a terrible decision by Sean Payton. I know hindsight's 2020, and he said after the game they had the momentum, and I was sitting there, I'm like, are they really going to leave 3 points off in the board in this game? Like, they're not going to go for the field goal, because I know he said they had the momentum, but you kick the three there, you're up 10-0, and it's a total different game. And you saw the final outcome was 10-7. So yeah, that was 100% a terrible call on Sean Payton. I think we can all agree with that. Like, in that situation there, you have to kick your three. You're playing with a backup quarterback. I know you're playing with house money. You've got nothing to lose, but the way the game was going in the first half, you had to kick that three. So I mean, it was just an awesome game. It really was. I was nervous throughout the entire game. I mean, how can you not be? The blocked, or the kick by Will Lutz in the end of the game there in the snow blizzard. You can't see anything. They're putting imaginary lines on the broadcast from CBS. Will Lutz kicks the kick. We have a guy from the practice squad, Taylor, block the kick. Tip the field goal. Like, if he didn't tip that field goal, that was what was 100% going in. I was nervous. I really was. You had Gonzalez with the interception there. And, people, of course, are going to nitpick and pick on Drake Maye for his 10 of 21 with 86 yards. It's like he won the game, right? He had the ball in his hands on the 3rd and 6, and he closed the deal. Yeah, he didn't play good in the first half, and I don't really want to judge him off the second half, because that was an absolute, shit show. It was an absolute snowstorm of a game. Like, you couldn't see anything. The ball, guys were slipping, falling, not catching the ball. But the first half, yes. But people tend to forget Drake Maye and the New England Patriots, no quarterback in NFL history has faced 3 top 5 to top 10 defenses in NFL history in the playoffs back to back for your second year as a quarterback. First week was the Chargers, second week was the Texans, and the third week was the Broncos. Oh, but they didn't have Bo Nix, and if they had Bo Nix, it would have been a total different game. It's like, we don't play that game. I personally don't think, I personally think even if they had Bo Nix, they wouldn't have won that game. I don't think so, because you can take away the second half, because that was a absolute slugfest with the weather. But the first half, like, Jared Stidham didn't play bad. Yeah, Bo Nix probably would have potentially, put up more points in the first half, but Stidham didn't play bad. He had the touchdown. And give credit where credit is due with the Patriots defense. They could have completely folded in a game like that, and they could have given up bigger plays in the second half, but the Patriots prevailed. They were battle tested. They won the game. They deserve to win that game. Oh, they're going to get absolutely dog walked by the Seahawks. We'll talk about that next week. But realistically, man, I'm just so happy for this team. Like, honestly, 4-13 the year before and 4-13 the year before that, and you make your Super Bowl with your first year head coach of Mike Vrabel and Drake Maye. And Drake Maye hasn't even played his best playoff game yet. The weather's going to be totally different in San Francisco. It's going to be a total different game. Yeah, the Seahawks are going to be 100% a total problem to deal with. It's going to be a tough task, but I think we're going to be ready for it. And I mean, I just flashbacks of younger days watching that. I never got a chance to watch the Raiders Patriots game because I was a baby. I was a young kid with the Tuck Rule game. Like, I've seen the highlights, but it's not the same as seeing that in Denver go on. Like, the weather changed drastically from the beginning of the game to the end of the game. And I was just like, holy crap, here we go again. Like, anything could happen in a snow game like that. Guy could break loose for a touchdown, could have been a fumble. Like, the Patriots were playing it extremely conservative in the fourth quarter at the end, throwing the ball away, running the ball up the middle on 3rd and 9. Like, we trusted our defense. The interception by Gonzalez was huge, and you can say Stidham shouldn't have thrown that ball, but the defense in the end, man, stepped up. And you know what? It's a team game. And I've heard everyone say on the internet, well, if Jalen Hurts or another quarterback had a stat line like Drake Maye, he would be getting ripped to shreds with that. It's like, did you see the weather conditions in that game? Did you see Drake Maye make the run at the end of the game when it mattered the most, right? Do you remember that he's a second-year quarterback? You remember it's his first year with this offensive coordinator and head coach? Yeah, you're expected to play better, but we haven't even seen the best of Drake Maye yet. I want to give a shout-out to Will Campbell, too, not giving up a sack that entire game. I've heard all week on the internet, Will Campbell's not fit to be in the NFL. He's just going to get absolutely destroyed. Yeah, Nick Bonito had the one pressure on him where Will Campbell basically went underneath and he got around him and May got hit, but he didn't give up a sack. So You guys can play the whole schedule and narrative as much as you want, but you know what? Now we're in the Super Bowl and it's a 1 game set and anything can happen. So I don't want to hear it. The Patriots have had a cupcake schedule to get to the Super Bowl. And another thing I'll say too, with this point here, if the Patriots would have lost it to the Chargers in the wild card round, everybody would be sitting here and saying, "I knew they were frauds. I knew they were frauds." If they would have lost in any of these playoff games from these 3 games, they're frauds. They can't beat anybody good. I told you so all year long. But now when they're in the Super Bowl, it's a total different story, right? Because it's a 1 game set. All that schedule stuff goes out the window even before the playoffs. You play the teams on your schedule in the regular season, and you play the teams that you're matched up against in the playoffs. Just maybe the Patriots actually have a really good defense. Maybe the Patriots are actually a really good team, and they're a complete team, and they have a really good young quarterback, and they have a really good head coach in Mike Vrabel, and they have a really good secondary, and their defensive line is extremely underrated. So take it as you will, but this team is an absolute force to be reckoned with, really. We've silenced the doubters all year long. Nobody's believed in us, and I love it. We're underdogs in the Super Bowl. I can't wait for that game. I remember what happened in the last time Super Bowl when these two teams played. A magical play by Malcolm Butler. We can get into that next week. But realistically, man, it has been an awesome season. Job's not done, but just being a Patriots fan my whole life, I've been extremely spoiled. Like, I never ever thought we would get back to this position like in recent years. I was like, oh, Brady's gone. Then you had the Mac Jones, or we had Cam Newton. And then of course Mac Jones, and that didn't work out. And then we draft Drake Maye, and he in the rookie year last year, and Brissett was quarterback, and then Maye took over, and then the regime changed with Mayo, and then this year has just been an amazing year. Like, I've never seen a turnaround like this in recent years in a really long time. And Drake Maye can still win the MVP, but we're not playing for MVPs in Foxborough, in New England. We play for Super Bowl trophies. We play for championships. We play for the Lombardi. That's what we play for. And I love it. All the NFL is extremely upset because the Patriots have had an easy schedule, and I can't believe the Patriots are back in the Super Bowl again. Like, what the heck? Like, yeah, we're back in the Super Bowl. The Bills had their opportunity this postseason and they blew it. You had 5 years. You still haven't gotten to a Super Bowl after the Brady era, and now we're in the Super Bowl. Like, yeah, of course we're going to be cocky. Why wouldn't we be? We deserve to be in the Super Bowl. We're the best team in the AFC, and the Seahawks are the best team in the NFC. So we'll meet head to head next Sunday, and we'll see what happens. But I love it. I love it when people keep doubting this team. Keep doubting us. It's a 1 game set. Anything happen. Yeah, the Seahawks might be the better team. They might be the more complete team. They are expected to win that game. But hey, it's always great to be an underdog. Oh, Super Bowl underdogs usually win in the Super Bowl. Look what happened in the 2 giant Super Bowls against us. Devastated, still remember those Super Bowls. Look what happened in other Super Bowls in the past. The Bucks were not favored against the Chiefs in the 2020 Super Bowl in Tampa. Yeah, they had Tom Brady, but nobody expected them to win that game. Nobody expects us to win this game. Everyone's picking the Seahawks. So I can't wait. But yeah, from a 14-3 season this year to a 3-14 to a 4-13 season last year, I mean, it's remarkable. So, I mean, from there, we talked about all the Broncos stuff there. We talked about Sean Payton's bold call. Drake Maye reflects on the game-sealing run and Super Bowl berth. He admitted that Vrabel might be a little upset about him running out of bounds, but Maye didn't care in that moment. All it was the victory formation. And I love it. Vrabel in the locker room, Warriors. Like, this team has been doubted all year long. Going to the Super Bowl, it sounds pretty good. Just proud of this team. Yeah, job's not done. Drake Maye hasn't even played his best playoff game yet. And that's scary. He showed flashes against the Texans and the Chargers. And this game here, first half, yeah, he should have played much better. But you know what? He did what he was expected to do. And hey, at the end of the day, all that matters is that you win. Like, do we sit back and go, yeah, Tom Brady threw for 505 yards in the Super Bowl against the Eagles back years ago, but they lost, right? So does it matter? All that matters is you win. Yeah, I had 10 points in the game. Okay, but did you win or you lose? Or did you win or did you guys lose? Oh, we lost. Okay, it doesn't matter. All they care about is wins at the end of the day. I can promise you we can go back to Tom Brady's 3 Super Bowls in the Eagles, Panthers, and Rams in the beginning of his career, and I bet you that the stat sheet was not lit up by Tom Brady. Okay, it doesn't matter. The Giants Super Bowls were both sloppy. We lost, right? The The Falcons Super Bowl, we came back. It was down 28-3. The Rams Super Bowl, 13-3. The last one we were in, their sixth Lombardi Trophy. That was a sloppy game. We scored 13 points. The Rams scored 3. It wasn't a pretty game. There was no offense in that game. But do we sit here and we look at the stat sheet, or do we look at the wins? Compare Drake Maye to other quarterbacks. That's fine. You can do as you please. But if he gets a Lombardi Trophy, that's all that matters, right? Does it matter about the stats? Like, we're so focused on stats these days, but we don't. What about the wins, right? Oh, but wins aren't a quarterback set. Drake Maye has 3 playoff wins, does he not? Okay, take away Drake Maye from the Patriots and put in another quarterback. In that Broncos game, put in Joshua Dobbs. We're not winning that game. So Drake Maye matters to this team. You can say he's been carried by his defense this entire postseason. Yeah, the defense has stepped up tremendously this entire postseason. But hey, it's a team game. Going to the Super Bowl, that sounds pretty good. Just really proud of this team.